Thank you for joining the session, everybody. So today's session is about LinkedIn. So we are going to discuss, 7 questions. Actually, we are not going to discuss. I'm going to ask 7 questions to Nidhi, and Nidhi is going to answer that questions. So it's a question answer session, and yeah, we'll start. Just we'll wait for 1 or 2 more minutes. Okay, Nidhi. Nidhi, tell people about yourself. Who are you, and what is your designation and all?
Yeah, sure. So I'm a freelance content writer and I have been freelancing over a year now. And yeah, so I'll share my journey that how I
Yeah, yeah.
started. Before writing, I was a calligrapher. So
Okay.
I started freelancing in the mid of the pandemic, and
Okay.
I basically landed on LinkedIn, and that's where my entire journey started because I wasn't looking, to take freelancing full time. But the process of content creation and getting opportunities one after the other, and that's how basically I landed to do freelancing full time. Basically, writing
Okay.
was always in my head that no matter what, whether I'm doing freelancing or taking a full time job, I'm going into content writing career only. Um,
Okay.
but but yeah, so I got quite good opportunities through LinkedIn, and so I said, why not jump into freelancing full time? So yeah.
Okay, that's great. That's great. So, how's the response from LinkedIn? How's it going?
So, response from LinkedIn is quite good. I would say 90% of my leads that come to me are from LinkedIn only.
Wow.
So, yeah. But now I'm trying to, diversify the platform and lead generation thing. So that's why now I have, I realized really late that I should be doing cold pitching and all. So
Right.
I'm diversifying my platforms because earlier I was completely relying on LinkedIn only, but not now. So yeah, it's going good.
Okay, okay, great, great. So, people, I think we should start our session with question answer. So, how the session is going to be, so first 30 or 40 minutes, we will discuss our, I will ask 7 questions. And after that, for 15 minutes, if you have any questions on LinkedIn, just hold these questions and ask in the last 10 or 15 minutes. And then we will end our session. So yeah, let's get started. Hey Nilesh, thank you for joining. Someone else joined. Thank you for joining. And so let's get started with our question answer session. Okay, Nidhi. So my first question is that I'm also a beginner on LinkedIn. Okay, so I also don't have that much knowledge about LinkedIn and how to grow and all and all. So my first question as a beginner, how to grow a network. I have only 30 people on 30 people's network on LinkedIn. So as a beginner, how we are going to grow our network on LinkedIn, more than updating bio, image, all these common terms, these are okay. But more than this, I want to, go to 100 500 people. First milestone is 500 people. I have to increase my network to 500 people. So what things we should do to grow as a beginner on LinkedIn?
Okay. So since you're starting out, what you can do is, LinkedIn, when you are new on the platform, LinkedIn gives you, a list of people that you can follow. So you can follow those
Right.
people and, you can start commenting on their posts because the people, the
Exactly.
list of people that LinkedIn shows is the list of people who are actively creating content or either or
Okay.
the ones who are popular ones. So you can start with commenting on their post and not just commenting on their post. Commenting is really a great way to start to begin
Right.
networking. So if you are suppose commenting on any influencers post, what you can do is you can see the conversations going on. Some people start their own conversations, so you can jump into those conversations and tell your opinion or talk about things that you think that is right in that particular comment section. So this is
Okay.
one way you can network. The other way to network is send out connection requests. Now, but you need to be, very intentional while sending out connection requests, because you want to expand your network. But who are the people you want to connect with? You can't just randomly send out connection requests in order to connect with anyone and everyone. So you need to
Right.
be intentional. Before sending out any sort of connection request, first brainstorm and identify who are the people you want to connect with. And of all this, you need to have the goal, that what
Okay.
is your goal on LinkedIn? Do you want to just network on LinkedIn? Do you want to create build your audience on LinkedIn? Do you want to generate leads from LinkedIn? What it is
Okay.
entirely. And then first you have to answer all these questions. Then the
Right.
next step for you is that who are the people who can help you reach this goal. So connect with those people.
Okay.
Suppose now if my goal is to generate leads from LinkedIn, so I'll be connecting with those kind of people. Those kind of people as in who can give me business. Who are these people? These people are founders, professionals of particular industry I want to work with, of a particular company I want to work with. If I want to work with marketing agencies, I'll connect with employees of these marketing agencies who are head
Okay.
of content, content managers, content editors. You are a video editor, so in
Exactly.
that case, what you can do is you can send connection request if you want to connect with work for a particular a specific company. Then what you can do is you can send request to the production team. So one of the person from the production team. So basically, you need to send out either connection request to the decision maker. Mainly, you have to send out connection requests to the decision maker. They can be either founder, co-founder, or the people who are involved in the decision making process of your industry of the video creation process. So those kind of people you need to connect with. So while connecting with them and the people who send you
Awesome.
connection request, तो उन लोगों के लिए भी जो भी आपको each and every person. So while connecting, while sending connection request and while receiving, both the time you need to be very intentional that what is your goal. Keep that in mind. Apart from this, if you want to build your own community of, budding video editors, you want to see how they are doing, or build a community, or I am part of writing community, because our own network helps us get gigs and pass on opportunities. So for that you can connect with other video editors as well. So you need to find this out, that who you want to connect with, and then you can send out connection request and accept connection request.
Awesome,
Yeah.
awesome. That's very, very helpful. I have noted few points, and people take notes because Nidhi is absolutely good, and few of the points are exactly correct. The commenting. You have to engage with other people's, comment, because they will notice and you will get visibility, more visibility. And second point is that you have to directly contact the decision makers. That also, yes, I like. I was ignoring this point. I was thinking that I need to cold message someone, but to whom? I was not thinking. So, remember what is your goal, what you have to do, and directly find who are the decision maker. Like I'm a video marketer, so what I want just leads. So where I'm going to get leads. So let's say someone on XYZ Plus, and I'm going to just find who is the manager, who is the decision maker, XYZ, what is the position, and I am gonna, message them. So if I message someone, what is the do they reply? Because they will first thing is that they will see my profile, who am I, and all. So yeah, or just they will it depends, right? That they will answer you or not answer you. So I believe that on LinkedIn, that if I message 50 people daily, So what do you think? How many replies I will get? I know that's, little subjective, but still, what do you think about that?
I'm not sure, but it also depends upon the way that you send out
Okay.
the message. So the message that you send out, how does it appeal to the other person? Does it appeal
Mhm.
to be salesy or spammy, or it is a gentle, friendly kind of message that you are sending? Because see, people will accept your connection request, but they won't easily reply to you. There are two kinds of people. Either
Mm.
they will start a conversation with you very easily, or the other one
Right.
who won't. So for those who won't, what you need to do is before sending the connection request, you need to warm them up by
Okay.
commenting on their post. So
Okay, great, great.
before, yeah. So before sending the connection request, you can follow them. There are two options. One is follow and the other is the connect option. So if you want to, convert them or pitch them your services, so before doing that, you can just hit on the follow button. So whenever they post something, you will, get their post on your feed. So you can start warming them up by commenting. If you And then after that, you can send them connection request. And in your connection request, now LinkedIn gives one feature to add a note with your connection request. That
Right.
So when you send the connection request, they will see your note. So in that note, now when you comment on their post, and when you send the connection request instantly, they will, identify
Right.
that this is this person, and that accelerates your chances of getting connected with them. They will then There are more chances that they will accept your connection request. So this is one thing. Then after that, they may or may not respond to you. So
Mhm.
because you are chasing them, you are approaching them. So the next follow up should be from your side, that thanks for connecting, and you can ask a question, because asking question accelerates the chances of getting responses more, instead of just saying a thank you. Or instead,
Right.
what you need to do is, after you have warmed them up in the comment section, you can warm them up in the DMs also. So after you say that thanks for connecting, you can send them something that is helpful for them. Okay, but
Okay.
for that you need to research that what is
Right.
something that could be beneficial for them. It could be a resource, a
Right.
blog that they would like to read about their industry, or some statistics, some video, something like that. You
Right.
can do it twice or thrice. So this is the way that you can warm them up, and then maybe then it is possible that they can respond back to you. So yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah,
And
that's
the
also
other
helpful. Yeah.
thing is, if you are interacting with them, don't just start the conversation about work. Take it away from work.
Okay.
Talk about how things are going with them in life, and what are other
Okay.
things. Or if you specifically like something about their company, you can appreciate them, because if you appreciate them, there are more chances, because who doesn't like compliments and
Hmm.
appreciations?
Yes.
So there are
Right.
chances they can reply back, and when they start recognizing you, they will interact with you. So
Awesome.
then
Awesome.
it gets more chances of getting replies from them.
That's good. That's good. I have again three more points that you have to ask question, then gift you have to gift them after they reply. Just don't be pushy, don't be a salesperson, just
Right.
connected and just don't try to sales immediately. That's awesome. I'm really happy that I'm totally satisfied with first question, and just let's jump to the next question. So next question is that what type of posts again, this I'm facing the problem. I'm posting random things on LinkedIn because I don't understand what is, what should I post. So I'm posting, sometimes I'm posting images, sometimes I'm posting videos, and I'm posting the same content I'm posting on Instagram. I'm not, recreating content for LinkedIn. So what type of content should people post, like video, carousel, images, or what else? So I'm not understanding these as well.
So initially, when LinkedIn started, LinkedIn heavily supported text posts.
Right.
It even now it supports text posts like Twitter does, and
Okay.
so you can write short form content on LinkedIn, textual content, or long form content. LinkedIn also supports videos and carousels. If
Hmm.
you ask me about image or carousel, LinkedIn prefers carousel posts more.
Okay.
And in terms of image post, if you are just posting, some kind of these stock images or random images on LinkedIn, it doesn't support that. But if you
Hmm.
are writing some long form content or even medium form of content on LinkedIn, along with a relevant picture like your image or an image of any achievement that you did, something like that, those kind of pictures are supported because they are backed with something long and personal. So these kind of
Awesome.
stuffs really perform well. And basically,
Great.
it also depends on what kind of content you are putting out. Is it educational content you are putting out? Is it personal stories you are putting out? So it depends on those as well.
Okay, okay, okay. And so what about videos? How videos are working on LinkedIn? Because I'm a video marketer, so mostly 90% of the content I create are video content. So what do you
So,
think about
uh,
videos?
so So what kind of videos are you creating? If you can if you are putting out videos, then if you are putting out videos for as for the portfolio purpose, I wouldn't say that you must. But if videos will work in the form like if you are educating your audience by telling
Okay,
tips 1 2 3 like this kind of stuff really works much better. So
okay, great.
like reels kind of things, but when you are speaking and giving tips, not pointing ones, so these videos perform well.
So I have few videos. Prajwal, please hold your question. We will have a question answer session in the end, in the last 15 minutes. And thank you for joining, Devendra Plattering. Sorry for the mispronunciation. Okay, so what was I telling that? Just a second. Okay, so I have created videos explaining 6 minutes, 7 minutes, 8 minutes videos. In that, I'm explaining what are the benefits of XYZ thing, whatever thing. So these videos, 8 minute long videos, should I post directly them on LinkedIn? What do you think about? I don't have that 1 point, 2 point, 3 point. I have a mind map, and I'm explaining what are the advantages of whatever the thing, whatever the topic is. So what about this content? Will it work?
So people won't watch, I would say, more than 1 to 3 minutes.
Okay.
What you can do is you can take the best part of your video that you think is relevant for the audience or really beneficial, and chop that part and that post that
Okay.
on LinkedIn. So this is kind of repurposing too.
Okay, okay, that's awesome. Okay, I'll do this. So, people, if you are just loving this, just press thumb inside the comment box. Just press thumb that we will understand that you are just loving this content and you are interacting. Just interact, just press thumb. And thank you for joining, Color Byron. Prajwal, just press thumb if you are just listening us and if you're loving the content. Just press thumb. I want to listen. Hello, everybody. Just thank you for joining. I just did not see who joined and who not. So just press your thumb that you are present here. I can see people are here, and press your thumb. And let's go to the next question, the third question. Okay, third question is, what is LinkedIn group is? let me tell you how I'm using LinkedIn group. I'm using LinkedIn group like Facebook. I'm joining LinkedIn group and I'm posting my whatever post I post and whatever videos I'm posting. I'm just putting that content on LinkedIn group. So how to use LinkedIn group properly, like to make connection, or like I'm using it like Facebook. I know that's the wrong way, but please guide about the LinkedIn groups and all.
So if we compare LinkedIn groups to Facebook groups have the higher weightage. And if you listen to the experts, they say that LinkedIn groups don't work. They are dead, kind of dead for engagement if you want to
Oh,
get engagement and things. But I did experiment. This was my personal experiment that I did. Uh, I promoted my Medium blog on LinkedIn groups, and so this is my personal experience with this. So you need to identify which groups you are joining. So is your target audience present in those groups? So
okay,
suppose you want to target coaches. So
right.
type in the coaches keyword in the search bar, and the groups that will come up, you need to join those groups. But there are two things. Either you can join the low member group or the highest member group. So if you want to get eyeballs, then you need to join the smaller member group, and if you want to reach more people, then you can join the higher
Right,
member wala group. But
exactly.
that is completely dependent on you, what you choose. I prefer both. So now what is the strategy involved in this is one thing that you are doing right is posting content there. And the second thing is, again, that boils down to engaging with them, because those are niche people who you want to be in front of. Okay. And one another level that you can go is search for exact people you want to work with, because in these groups you have
Hmm,
the exact audience that you want to target.
exactly.
तो
Right.
उनको सर्च करो और उनको कनेक्शन रिक्वेस्ट भेजो, बिकॉज इन दीज ग्रुप्स यू कांट सेल like Facebook पे you can do, but in not in these. So what you can do is यहाँ से you can build your network by connecting with the exact people you want to be around, and then you can later use the same DM strategy and pitch them.
Exactly.
So this is how.
Awesome. Yeah, so actually I was using the groups in the wrong direction, the wrong way. So thank you. Thank you for this advice. Okay, so people just press like, press thumb if you just like this information. Press like, someone is putting snake, dragon. Okay, that's also fine. Just put something that this information is useful and you are there listening to us. Just put something, and let's get to our next question. So it's about advertising. Very important question. So what types of ads are good for LinkedIn? So, like image ads, video ads, carousel ads. So before conducting this session, I was listening to JD Jose on Twitter, and he was saying that, videos and carousel ads are running good, and he has a good experience. He's getting good results about these carousels and video ads about consumer good products. So he's selling some consumer good products for some company or else. So what do you think about image carousel ads and videos ads on LinkedIn? How is the performance and how LinkedIn are pushing what type of content?
For the ads, the carousel and video ads work better. And
Okay.
honestly, I haven't seen much of ads on LinkedIn. And if I have seen ads on LinkedIn, most of the ads that I have seen are carousel ads. And even if we as users interact with those ads, are because we see the graphics and what it is educating us. Because after it educates us, only then we would be interested to go and browse into their company page and all. But the other side of this is, not many people use LinkedIn ads, because of all the platforms, LinkedIn ads are the costliest. So this is
Okay,
one of the
okay.
reasons not many businesses use LinkedIn ads.
Yeah, but I've some most of the bigger creators and bigger people, they are saying that you have to use LinkedIn now, because after a few years, LinkedIn is going to be like Facebook. Because Facebook, what was in 2011 and 2012, same the condition of LinkedIn is today. So we have to use LinkedIn ads more and more, because I think LinkedIn is pushing more than, if I post something on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and LinkedIn, then LinkedIn will give me more reach than any other platforms. That's the results people are saying about. And about the ads, they are costly, but what is your experience about these ads? Are they giving results? Because LinkedIn people, when someone is just scrolling LinkedIn, they are in a serious mood. So if we show relevant ad to them, so I think that conversion will be more easier. I think so. They have to pay more, but what about the conversion? Because Facebook is just, I don't think that much, you have to spend a lot of time on Facebook to conversion. But LinkedIn will take you more money, but give you conversion more faster. I think so. What do you think about this?
So LinkedIn will give you more conversion even without ads. That I feel so, because if you are
Hmm.
creating content on LinkedIn and using it the right way, you will get conversion without it as well. But
Okay.
I don't know much about ads on LinkedIn. But what I know is I have read few case studies by LinkedIn itself, where they have used ads for some of the businesses. Some of the businesses have used LinkedIn advertisements, and they went pretty good for them, because
Wow.
one of long it's quite been long back that I read one of the case study where one of the brand mentioned that like it was 1 to 2 days that they crossed massive number of leads, which they weren't able to. I can't remember the brand name and things because it was
Okay.
long back. But yeah, but they do help. But if you are using even if you are using LinkedIn free version, or even if you are using LinkedIn premium version, you can reap the benefits from that as well. But it
Okay.
depends
Great.
upon business to business. If it is
Yeah.
if you have a bigger business, you can opt for LinkedIn ads. But if you are a creator or a small business, you can leverage premium account or content creation.
Mhm. Right.
So
Right.
yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's also helpful. And Nilesh is saying that B2B, it is working good for B2B, and also cost per lead is
Hmm.
highest on LinkedIn. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
B2B, yes, that's what LinkedIn, that's what the platform is for,
Yeah.
B2B. It's good for B2B. Yeah, and thank you Saurav for joining. Thank you Pradnya for joining, and stay here. We will be sharing more and more knowledge. So that's helpful. And LinkedIn has that new feature about event something. If you want more audience about webinar, seminar, or something, 3-day webinar, 5-day seminar, so there is a new feature. I don't know more about that. So do you know about that feature, that event feature? It's very good and very useful for people who are just hosting events and webinars and seminars every week, so they can have more people to their webinars and seminars. I don't know about this feature. So do you have any idea about that event feature about of LinkedIn?
Yeah,
So
it's
please.
really a nice feature. It's really helpful one. One, it helps you that you can, instantly send out invites to your audience that, hey,
Wow.
connect, follow me, like follow this event, so that,
Wow.
they know when, what people do is either they will conduct event off the platform, or they will be conducting LinkedIn lives. So if you you accept the invite that I have sent of my event, when I'll be live, it will show up on your notification.
No,
Yeah.
it's okay. So thank you for everybody joining. If yeah, just press like, just interact with the session, interact with us. Just press like, send something love. And I think Tanmay is video marketing. Oh yes, I'm not a video editing expert. I'm a video marketing expert. I don't edit videos. So
Okay.
yeah. So for editing, we have a graphic designer and all and all. So I create videos.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So next question is question number 5. Everybody just put thumb so that we can just understand that you're listening here. And let's get back to our question number five. Question number five is we just tell us what are the do's and what are the don'ts of LinkedIn. So like I'm doing everything that you should not do, and let's just tell people what you should do, do's and don'ts of LinkedIn. Two points or three points, whatever you want to say.
So first, when you're connecting with people, try to send out personalized connection requests.
Okay.
That with the notes, the add notes section there is, when you send out connection requests, LinkedIn gives the add note section from
Right.
where you can add a personalized message. If you have something very relevant or specific to say to that person, you definitely should utilize this feature. Second,
Right.
many people don't use the featured section of LinkedIn. Now, this is
Feature section.
in
Okay.
the bio part. Yeah. Um, Above the about section, this is. Just wait a minute.
Okay.
So this is above the about section. So what this section does is it basically is the conversion section, where what you can do is you can add case studies, you can add testimonials, you can add articles written by you, or something that helps a decision maker see what you have done and maybe convert. So this is a place you can actually convert people. So many people don't utilize the featured section the correct way. So
Okay.
you can also add your details to get connected with you, as in book an appointment with you. So this is the section where you can actually convert them from just a LinkedIn connection to a phone call to book appointments.
Okay.
So
Right.
leveraging featured section. What
Okay.
not to do is in the comment section, just not to drop emojis and use those automated comments that LinkedIn provides you.
Mm,
It provides a few options, right? So try to elaborate your comment by adding
authentic.
your
Mm,
opinion, or yeah, or your experiences. So that way,
okay.
not just doing that one emoji thing. So
Okay,
yeah.
okay, that's awesome. So I did again the same mistake that I was putting okay only thanks, thank you. That's very helpful. Things provided by LinkedIn. So I was absolutely doing everything wrong on LinkedIn, and now thank God that you guided us. So next question is, people are 2 minutes behind the time, because of the network error. So people again put thumb if you are just loving the content, and we will get to our next question. Question number six is that what are the best practices to do on the LinkedIn? So I think we have covered so much thing, but there may be something best practices. So like the frequency of the posting, or maybe else. What do you think about this?
So best practices, if it comes to posting content, it really so many people, what they do is post 5 times a week, so this kind of thing. But if you are looking for results, it can happen by posting 2 to 3 times a week as well.
Wow.
What you need to do is you need to be consistent. If you are posting 2 to 3 times a week, also you need to be regular in posting that. And basically, if you are posting content on LinkedIn, the idea is to and if it is solely for your business, okay, so the idea is to establish yourself as an expert, and if not as an expert, at least people know that this person talks about this particular thing, so
Right.
this is the
Right.
right person I should be connecting with, or I should be taking advice from. So how this will happen? if you are even posting 2 to 3 times a week, most of your content should revolve around that particular topic or industry about video
Right.
marketing.
Right.
So, suppose what are the topics Nidhi talks
Okay.
about on LinkedIn? It is about content writing. It is about LinkedIn marketing. It is sometimes about art and calligraphy. So, these are the things. But basically, it revolves around content. So, if it is, but more, even more for more than content, people come for LinkedIn advice. So they know that these are the topics she talks about. Similarly, same goes to you. So these are the things you need to talk about, and this is only the criteria that that you can get inbound leads through, because they know, they see what you are
Mm,
talking about. You're not talking fluff things. What kind of
right.
content you are giving out. You are giving out thought leadership content, because that you have experimented by working
Right.
yourself and implementing for your clients. So those
Awesome.
things. And apart from this, you can as I said that you can share case studies in the featured section. You can share them in the form of stories, that how suppose you had a phone call with your client, and or screenshots of results that you got for your clients. So these
Okay.
are the conversional kind of content that will land you inbound leads, and that will help convert. So these kind of
Oh,
things.
okay. So yes, so because I'm in the marketing, digital marketing. You are also in the digital marketing thing. But what I was doing, I was posting content, everything about digital marketing. So I was doing this mistake that like the I same content I'm putting on YouTube. You know what I post on YouTube? Relevant videos what people want to do same I need to do on LinkedIn because I was playing very big. I have to go little micro on LinkedIn and play around it. So like video marketing I have to play around video marketing. So videos on video
Correct.
marketing, or let's say a little post about educating people that what is video marketing, or maybe some another thing. But we should not divert from the something. I should not talk about something immediately about irrelevant of my knowledge. People should understand this. This person understand this thing. He's expert in this thing. So I should be talking 90% of the time. I should be talking about what is my specialty and what results I am giving. So yeah, got it.
Yeah.
This is also a good point. Yeah, awesome. So people, thank you for joining, San Sharma. Thank you for joining, and Hildegard. Thank you for joining. Just wave and just press thumb if you are just liking this content. It is awesome. She's giving so much good insight from her learnings and her experience. And yeah, let's get back to the last question, question number 7, and then if you have any answer, if you have any questions, we will have a question answer session for 10 minutes. So yeah, last question is who should use LinkedIn and who should not use LinkedIn? Because so many people are trying to be visible on so many platforms. So for whom the LinkedIn is good platform, and who should not use LinkedIn platform? So like I'm running a digital marketing agency, so I think that LinkedIn is very important for me. And yeah,
So LinkedIn is really good for marketeers, business leaders, decision makers. The B2B space is definitely, but
B2B
it is
spaces.
also
Okay.
good for B2C space. I have seen decision makers present on LinkedIn who are from B2C and even D2C platforms. It is good for them in terms of get interacting with investors, and one, it is best for them to network with other entrepreneurs in their field and other fields, and also to pitch investors and those kind of things. So it
Okay.
is good for them. It is good for B2C space. It is good for B2B space. It is also good for coaches and consultants. A lot of coaches and consultants are present on LinkedIn. Otherwise, coaches, if you earlier saw, coaches were only present on Facebook and Instagram. But apart from this, it is also a good space for coaches and consultants. And I also feel it is a good space for, apart from content creators, it is also a good space for artists. I haven't seen
Okay.
artists being present there, but it is good space for artists as well. So yeah, basically it is, I won't say that who should not be on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is for everyone. Because see, there are decision makers are present on very few platforms, and Twitter and LinkedIn are these two platforms. You
Exactly.
will find them hanging around. Okay, so if you want to connect with them, so LinkedIn is the definitely the right platform for you if you want to be around them and connect with them.
Okay, okay, great, great. So Prajwal and Nilesh are saying that there is something wrong in voice. Nidhi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I
One, two,
can hear
three.
you.
No, no extra
Yeah,
voice, no extra sound there, because these people are saying that
no.
there is something noise around. I'm also hearing some noise, but it's okay. We are about to just end the session. So yeah, let's see. So yeah, that's great. Whatever you just who should use LinkedIn and who should not use LinkedIn. So basically, yes, if you are in B2B, then the LinkedIn is great place, because if you are public figure and you are just something, and then YouTube LinkedIn ad will not help you, because to run LinkedIn ad you have to have a page, company page, right?
Right.
That's also some requirement. I heard about that. So yes, that's also good. So could you please
Yeah.
give me some more insight about that? What is the page about? What is the company page, and why LinkedIn is giving that company page and all? So if you have any insights about that, or we will just jump to the question answer session.
So a LinkedIn page, one, it makes the company credible, because see, as I am a LinkedIn person, I definitely, the first thing that I do if I hear of any company, I search them on LinkedIn. If now it could be something biased, but I
Hmm.
find them non-credible if they do not have a page on LinkedIn, because I feel LinkedIn gives a lot of insights. So what LinkedIn page does is, if
Okay.
you have a page on LinkedIn, how you as a business owner can utilize the page. So you can post company updates, the behind the
Right.
scenes of the company that
Right.
people don't get to see on the day-to-day basis. Apart from them,
Uh,
that see, on LinkedIn, companies post about job opportunities. So,
right. Right. Right.
so
Right.
the job opportunities, there is the section that on their company page that tells if there are specific jobs available right now, if they are hiring for a specific role. So, all those opportunities come under that section. So, and there is entirely a section which tells about their company culture, all the
Wow.
ins and outs of the company, their employees, everything, and who are the employees company working in this company. So there is the people or employees, something like that, with that name in the company page. There is this section of people. So under that, all the employees who are present on LinkedIn and are working for that company, they are listed there. So this is
Wow.
also a great way for you and me to connect with these people, because if I want to connect with a specific person of X company, and suppose I want to connect with the content manager of X company, so I'll search for that company. I'll when I search for that company, there will come see all these X employees, and then when I click on that, it will give me the list of all the employees working in that company. So I can filter out which person I want to reach out to
Right.
and then connect with them. So LinkedIn does provide quite good perks.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. That's very helpful. Hey Rajesh, thank you for joining. And what's going on? Of course, we are doing like session live, and we are discussing about LinkedIn. So yeah, thank you for joining, and that was very helpful. I'm going to post this episode as on YouTube as well. So if you missed some, then just watch on YouTube. I will give you the link of YouTube maybe as well. So yeah, if you have any questions, people just go on. We will, we have so much time, and if you have any questions, then just ask questions. They are, 2 minutes behind the time, so we have to wait more 2 minutes. And yeah, that's it. Or we will end this question. We will end this session. And another thing is that if you don't have any question, if you watch this episode again on YouTube, Instagram, somewhere else, just type a question and tag me or tag Nidhi and ask the question directly. So it's that simple. That's it. So yeah, who are online, just if you have any question, just ask question, or we will just end this session. Awesome session, Nidhi. You provide so much help, so much insights about the LinkedIn profile, and I have few points about this, and I will post these all the points in the bio, because these points are very helpful. And when I will edit the video and I will post this video on YouTube, I will mention whatever the learnings, what are the points, one by one. So hey Aksh, thanks for joining, and that's not the good time to join, but thank you for joining. We are about to end the session, and yeah, if you have any question, text with image or only text. So what should be preferred? Nidhi, this question Prajwal is asking.
Text content is much more preferred. If you want text with image should be relevant, not the stock image. It could be a Canva image created by you, or it could be a real-time image of you or someone else, but not accounts. What is another question?
Prajwal, your question is not visible because it's too big. So, okay. Let me read. Tagging institutions' official accounts, will that help to increase reach, or tagging people is much better?
So tagging people is much better than organization, but whether you are tagging any organization or people, it should be relevant. Whatever you are posting should be relevant to them. Don't tag multiple accounts and spam them. If you want
Hmm.
to increase your reach by tagging, just add 4 to 5 relevant accounts, not more.
Awesome. Okay, great. Prajwal, I hope Prajwal you are clear with this. If you are just clear with this question, type thumb, or if you have any question, just go ahead with another question. We are here. There is a sound. What is happening? Hey Prajwal, you got your answer, Prajwal? They are behind the time. So yeah, that's very informative. How many years of experience do you have in LinkedIn?
It's I think so. 1 month, 1 year and 7 months now.
Oh, that's great. That time I was nothing. So and besides LinkedIn, what else platforms are you using?
So I am now active on Twitter, as we met on Twitter.
Yeah.
Apart from this, like I'm up and down with other platforms, because I did start posting on Instagram as well, but I couldn't focus like consistent
Hmm.
content creation. I wasn't able to do so. I just focused on LinkedIn and Twitter. And apart from that, I'm active on Medium.
Medium.com. Oh yes, I wanted to ask. Yes. Thank. So Prajwal, I just wanted to tell you that Medium.com is very good for you as you're writing in stock market. So Nidhi, apart from the topic, just for a few minutes, can you tell how Medium is can help people? Just if you, yeah.
So basically, a Medium, if you are an, if someone is a new writer, or just aspiring writer who wants to create portfolio and monetize their writing skills, they can use Medium. So they can start writing on Medium. Medium is an open source platform, so anyone can write. there. So you can create your first blog there, and then maybe second, third. I would say if you are trying to build a portfolio, then at least 4 to 5 links articles are sufficient, and that
Wow.
people when you are reaching out to brands or marketing agencies, they want to see your published work rather than
Right.
work sent in Google Docs. So
Right.
Medium, helps you with this because you have your name in front of the work that you have written down. So then you can send them the published links of your work, what you have done and what not. So this is one way it is helpful. Then it is helpful the same way that LinkedIn is helpful by you can network with people. Now, what Medium does is it gets you global eyeballs. So you can reach out to global people. How? By reading their blogs and commenting on their blog posts. Apart
Okay,
from
so
this,
great.
you can start. Okay. Apart from this, you can just write just posting your articles. What you can do is start writing for publications. So public there you can on the search bar go to write for us. You can write for us, and there will be publications listed down. So all the publications have their links or email addresses how you can reach out to them. So instead just for writing for your own self, you can start writing for a particular publication.
Awesome. That's
So
helpful. Yes.
what it does is you get eyeballs of their audience as well. And I was just reading a blog today itself. Basically, it was about a Medium writer. So she was able to, start freelancing just because of Medium, because she was consistently writing on Medium. Like she used to write every day. Okay, so that's also quite
Okay.
big because not everyone is able to write
Right every day.
one article every day. So yeah, so
Right.
when she was doing this consistently, one of the publications had reached out to her to freelance for her.
Wow.
So now just by writing Medium articles, she got this opportunity. So there are opportunities, and then she started networking with other people there. So Medium does has quite good opportunities.
That's awesome. So yeah, this is very helpful for Prajwal. Prajwal, because Prajwal write articles every day, 2 times a day. He's writing on stock market. So Medium.com will definitely help Prajwal, and he will maybe get chance, to do internship with bigger brands and all of it. So that's very helpful again. And thank you, Nidhi, for being here. Thank you everybody for being here. That you could have gone anywhere, but you choose to be here and watch this video. And I hope you have taken so many notes. If not, then this video is available on my YouTube channel, and this video is also available in the Instagram post. So yeah, thank you for being here, Nidhi. We will again do a live session on another topic next month. And I love this. You have so much knowledge about. You share so much knowledge about LinkedIn, and just thank you for being here. Everybody, just thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.